Leading us away for the first time this week, Jamie Coward on the #1 machine. John McGuinness not taking part in this category. Honda don't field a suitable bike for him. Second off the line, that is Stefano Bennetti. Took a win at Northwest 200 a couple of years ago, pre-pandemic. Could be in the mix here. And now Lee Johnston. And Lee, of course, has been very much in the mix this week, but Cameron, it hasn't gone quite his way as we see him head down towards Bray Hill, and I'm always amazed at how much road they use on the way into here.
Yeah, he's had his fair share of bad luck this week so far, Andrew, so hopefully it can come together for him in this Super Twin class, which has always been a strong class of Lee's. We see this fantastic onboard footage, and of course he's on board the Aprilia RS660, a new bike to this class.
There's a bike which has been in the class for a little while longer, the Paton, ridden by Michael Dunlop. Dunlop was on a mission in Supersport the other day, and I wonder if the small bikes again might suit him today. Fantastic onboard pictures. This is the first time we've seen it from this angle this week. Gives you a much better idea of threading the needle through there.
Oh, nice line by the Frenchman. Peter Hickman has already closed that 10-second gap.
And he's right on Michael Dunlop, so that just flashed up. Their lap speeds are up now, but a moment ago the times were up there, and there's 2 seconds between Dunlop, Hickman and Coward, so this is super close at the front, and I reckon we can expect to see a good mix of people up at the top of the timesheets. On board with Pierre Bian, looking back at Hickman. Hickman will want to pick him off quickly if this is going to be close at the front. We already know it's close. There's already just literally 2 seconds between. It tucks right in. A little bit of a slipstream and down the outside.
Oh, on the way into Hadley's, he threads the needle, which he's about to do through here. Left, right between that wall. Coward is really riding so well at the moment. He's impressed me all week, Andrew. He's been riding well in every class. This has always been a bit of a specialist class for him, and I'm expecting big things from him in this race today.
Well, he's got a good gap behind at the minute, although he's now 5.2 seconds back from Dunlop. So Dunlop here has gapped them at 8.8 on Johnston, but we need to see, right out to the edge of the road there, wasn't he?
Look at Michael Dunlop. He's so low on the bike, as is Michael Rudd of it. Michael Dunlop, he was really tucked in there, as we've seen braking hard into Solby Bridge, flicking right. Oh, and again, just missing the rectosil barrier by millimetres.
I'm down at Michael Dunlop's pit. We're going to do Michael Dunlop, and hopefully we're going to spin straight down to Pete Hickman to see how they're getting on. Obviously, it's really, really tight out on the track. There's not a lot between it. I've spoken to Hickey's boys already, and they're not really sure exactly where the level is they've got to fill the bike up to. But there's Jamie Coward now, off the road and out down the road. It's a tight pit stop here. You've got Michael Dunlop right at the very end of pit lane, and just before him, Lee Johnston. So this could get really tight on the in and on the out. Gary here in the pits shouting and screaming already, trying to keep it clear. Here, they both come together. Look, here's Michael, boom. Now you're only really talking probably 9 or 10 litres. Only little engines, they don't use too much fuel, so the guys are just rushing around, not even a visor change, not worth risking anything at all. Just a quick bit of fuel, chuck the drink away, and then Michael will be flipping that visor down and cracking off down Glen Crutchley Road as soon as possible. Too easy, that's it, cat down, away you go, straight out. Right, we're going to walk down the pit lane. You can see how busy it is down here. There's Lee Johnston just buzzing off. We're going to get down and see how Hickey's boys are faring up when I eventually find them. There's the RC Express guys. Here we go, they're in pit lane. They've just got their arms out waiting for him now. Here he is, just pulled up on the line. Quick spray of the screen, get those flies off. Hickey chilled out as always. Just leaning back, letting him get the fuel in. No real problems there. Those Dunlop tyres looking really good. No problems at all. Hickey's just messing around with making sure the pit lane limiter's on. A super chilled Hickey. Splash of fuel. There he goes away and off.
Hickman is so relaxed in those pit stops, Cameron. You know, he's ice cold, and yet what he's doing to me is unreal. So Hickman locked in battle with Dunlop, just literally a second between. It's gone half a second one way, half a second the other way. Cam, he's getting held up. This is one of those long straights where he could have lost a lot of time. He does get through. Will that have cost him? Well,
it's certainly going to cost him vital tenths when the gap between him and Michael at times has been only tenths.
There we go.
As we're on board with,
oh, it's Jamie Coward. He was having such a good run and his engine's let go.
Devastating, absolutely devastating for him. We're just talking about how hard these machines are being pushed, and it can take its toll. Rob Hodson's been able to jump on the back of James Hind there.
So he did get the bike restarted.
Yeah, he must have. That's quite impressive because it looked like it might have been the end of his race. He'll be certainly fired up after that.
Hickman appears up on the timing ladder. He's 0.46 of a second off the back of Dunlop. This battle is an absolutely epic one. Well, that's Hickman from the heli, first on the road. So has something happened to Dunlop?
Well, I hope not, because this battle has been epic. We follow Peter Hickman, look through the shade, through the light as he works his way through Glen Helen.
How difficult are these light conditions? I sometimes think it's easier when it's a bit cloudier and the light's a bit flatter.
Yeah, it can be. You don't get that burst of sunshine quite as bad when you come through the clearing.
Dunlop! Oh no! He just popped up on the timing screens. He was 57 seconds back, Cam. We were just saying, oh, there it is, 57.2. Yep, disaster for Michael Dunlop. He's sat up on the bike. Shocker.
That doesn't sound healthy. They've obviously got a mechanical issue. Michael Dunlop will never give in unless he can't keep fighting, and it looks like his race is over.
Well, Dunlop showing in 9th on the timing screen.
But there's Paul Jordan, and he's only just over a second off his first ever TT podium. He'll be pushing very hard.
He certainly will. That black flag at the side of the road suggests to me they're going to try and stop Michael Dunlop when he comes through. That is Pierre Eastman, who is in that battle with Paul Jordan. He's 1.2 seconds holding on to the podium. Oh, there's Dunlop. There is Dunlop in the background. Looks over his shoulder. He's off the racing line and just a leg out to let the riders behind him know that it's game over. He's going to try and get back, of course. He wants to try and get back to the paddock. He's got a Supersport race later on today. He doesn't want to be on the other side of the island.
Yeah, just incredible how quickly the dynamic of this TT race has changed.
Here he comes in now, and there is that black flag. So now he's going to know the game's up. He wouldn't ride on anyway if it was dumping fluid, and we can see it's not. But the organisers have taken the decision to black flag him, and he pulls off. That is just such a shame for us, but mostly for Michael. It was a brilliant battle while it lasted. Hickey comes carefully through the left and the right, on to the start-finish straight now. He's going to wind it up. Oh, little wave across. He's super relaxed. It is a three-peat for Peter Hickman. Third win of the week here at the 2022 TT. He takes the Super Twin. Lee Johnston gets his first podium of the week, and Paul Jordan gets his first ever TT podium.